When I started at the University of Glasgow, technology transfer was very much a focus. Spin-out companies, licensing opportunities. Over the 6 years, there's been a gradual change towards knowledge exchange, very much about collaborative aspects.
The dramatic thing that's happened in the past year or so is the requirement by the research councils that every application has to be accompanied by a knowledge transfer impact plan. This is changing the game because research council funding is generally recognised as some of the most prestigious there is. And now, in order to get research council funding, people are going to have to demonstrate that they've thought about how knowledge transfer is going to be achieved after their research. This has led to us having more inquiries about knowledge transfer in our office than we've ever seen before.
There's much more emphasis on how universities and knowledge can be used to increase competitiveness and innovation within companies, but we do have quite a lot of work to do to increase the profile and keep promoting and communicating the fact that we're here to help, we're open to collaboration, and we want to speak to companies.
One of the things that we've been trying to do is to make our research available online. We have a big IT system which we use to actually manage our research portfolio, and what we're doing is opening it up to business and industry so they can, in their own time, on their own PC, in their own office, come in and have a look at the stuff that Glasgow University has been doing since 1994. It's almost, giving them the ability, almost eBay-like, to be able to come in and see what's available. Universities have a reputation of being, formidable and difficult to access, intimidating. So what we're trying to do is to make it as easy as possible for people to access the university's research and knowledge base online.
I write a lot for the website. I work with corporate communications copywriter to try and translate a lot of the research into accessible language so that people can really see how our research benefits society and how they can tap into the research. I think that's really important because it helps bring it alive. I really want to focus on how we can ensure the website's updated more frequently and with more interesting content, looking at how we can use new technologies, Twitter, blogging, LinkedIn. I really want to look at how our website can be used to help create this community.
The Web 2 generation, the Facebook generation, that is the communication mechanism of choice these days, and we've got to find ways of being able to use it for the benefit of the university and the knowledge transfer agenda. There are much more formal mechanisms in place for engaging with industry than there are for engaging on the cultural side. But that doesn't mean that there's less activity on the cultural side. In fact, I think it would be quite easy to argue that there's more. But no one's paying any money, no one's counting numbers of people on seats. But I think there is some sort of responsibility on us to try and find ways of articulating just the benefits that come from the university's activities. There's
a wealth of knowledge within the academics and within the students, and it has to benefit society. Whether that be an economic benefit or a cultural benefit, we have to make sure that it's getting out there.
The university exists to do two things: to create knowledge, to disseminate knowledge. Knowledge dissemination is traditionally done through publication to academic peers, through teaching to students. And we say that knowledge transfer is the third dissemination channel. What we're trying to do is to explain to people that knowledge transfer is part of the university mission, and it is something that we want the whole academic community to engage in, and that's going to be the measure over the next 4 or 5 years.